New Brawl! Hey, I've already played this Brawl. So, fun fact, this Brawl is Challengestone #1, the Brawl. So this is going to be a blast from the past. I have found my old decks that I played Challengestone #1, the deck building challenge with, and I'm going to first of all just net deck myself, which I think does not count as net decking then. So when we were building decks, we did not have the Brawl feature of filtering out the minions with odd attacks and the spells with even cost. Back in my day, we manually searched for all these cards, and it was difficult. We have good old Sludge and good old Dr. Boom to finish it out. And one more card that I seem to have missed. Oh, a Shadow Flame. So this is the deck that I had built. How long ago was this? May 9, 2015. It's been almost a year now. So now let's make my deck a bit better. So a year ago, we did not have. Did we have this one? Not very many choices from Blackrock Mountain for this deck. But we didn't have Grand Tournament in League of Explorers. So the Grand Tournament, what does this deck? What does this add? Dreadsteed is possible. Landscarer isn't bad. Nothing really fitting for a zoo deck. And the League of Explorer. Reliquary Seeker. Pretty reasonable. Huge Jeweled Scarab can get the Imp Game boss. I think I want to put in Reliquary Seekers, and I want to put in Ooze also. Elven Archer, I think, is the card that is the weak link. I think I'll embrace the zoo-ness of this and not add in the board clear. And if I'm behind, then fine. I'll just be behind. Now, I'm sure there's a bunch of people who are confused by the Brawl because there's so many terms which are difficult, such as the term odd and the term even. It's very confusing why I'm not putting a card like Imp Game Boss into my deck. Or Sea Giant. Or Gormok. So, to remind, since even Savitz messed up this challenge, you can only put in minions with odd attacks, and you can only put in spells with even costs, which is why a few of the classes are naturally better. For example, originally a year ago, I chose Warlock because there's a lot of one attack minions, and Knife Juggler is 3, and the Implosion was an even cost, and Shadow Flame Hellfire was an even cost. You can put in any weapons that you want, which is perhaps why I think Paladin is going to be absolutely busted in this Brawl. We'll build a Paladin deck shortly.
The light protects me. I fight. Put this apple on your head.
Surprise. Too bad. If I knew a snipe, I'd play yours. No way to possibly know that. This Hunter deck seems bad. But who knows? Maybe he's got something special for me. Maybe. So next turn I'll play Echoing Ooze plus Shattered.
I fight.
Hate the floated mana this turn, but this is better. Probably. This Hunter is like, oh, I can use all the even mana cards. Let me just put in all the traps. He's so smart.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Guess that's kind of valid. All the secrets plus the Orin Bow. How can that fail? You're doing fat damage to me.
Push forward.
3, 5, 6, 9, 12. I don't want to play Flame Imp because of damage dealt to myself. But in order to push lethal, I should. I should spend the most mana then.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Is this lethal? 2, 5, 8, 11. Ooh. Sometimes it's not lethal. 2, 3, 6, 9. No. Interesting. Okay, so this needs to not hit it too. Alright, we're good.
Push forward.
So, the second best deck I had was Druid. Druid made a lot of sense because a lot of odd-numbered minions. I think Druid made the most sense. I looked at Innervate, I looked at Wild Growth, and I was like, this sure is a good deck. I'm gonna first build it card for card as I built it in the past. Did I not put Wild Growth in this deck? Nah, the guy inputting this deck must have made a mistake. I must have put in Wild Growth, and I didn't put in that card. I didn't put in Force of Nature Savage Roar because you could not play Savage Roar. That's a very sturdy Druid deck from a year ago for this challenge. However, we've gotten a few new sets. Grand Tournament. Savage Combatant is really good. Astral Communion might be good. Oh, Astral Communion might be really good. North Sea Kraken might be good. And League of Explorers Mounted Raptor is very good. Jolted Scarab can get Savage Roar. And Archthief Rafam is fun. I definitely want to get the 3-drop in. The Mounted Raptor has got to be the best card. Weakest card? Maybe Lothab. I have so many 5-drops already. I don't know how many weapons are in the format. Get rid of those. I really want to put in Savage Combatant, which is just a strong Druid card. But how do I fit it in? Looks like I have to get rid of one of the 4s. Probably get rid of 1 4, and get rid of 1 other card. Emperor's really good. It's put in all the Druid decks. You still have Wild Growth, you still have Innervate, you still have big cards. Emperor's great. Power of the Wild combos with Violet Teacher. Ardent Squire is a little bit unorthodox. I guess we get rid of that card. Maybe the format isn't that fast. I slowed down the deck a bit. I kind of want to still keep in 1 Squire though. I don't know. Nah, we'll just roll with that. That feels a little bit greedy.
The light shall bring victory.
I must protect the wild.
This deck is definitely higher end than it should be, but good enough. Hopefully.
One day, I'll be a real knight.
For the wild.
Spider Tank, not Dark Cultist. Too bad for you. Think I kill this thing. It's slow, but gets there.
Run away!
Pay attention, class.
Sure would be nice to get that Wild Growth in the opening hand instead. But thus is life.
What's happening?
That is actually going to be huge.
Instruction
So time for the bomb lava. Ooh. Not quite good enough. That's a 3 mana 6/4. Very impressive.
My eyes are open.
Very impressive 3 mana 6/4 he's got.
what you want.
I'll be able to go down below 6 cards for sure next turn.
Unleash the beast. For the wild.
Special delivery.
Oh, bomb lobber also. Good card. Okay, well, the good news is there is no Shadow Word Death in that deck. Pow. So basically he has to use all of these. He could Entomb though. Entomb's a new card in Priest. That might make Priest a lot better in this format than 1 year ago. And there's good old mind control, indeed.
Tadingo. Yes.
Oh, that's a card. Fortunately, Big Taunt's still good. Still basically good. Wow, good spit for him. Fortunately, as a Druid, I can still just outvalue him, though. With good old Ancient of Lore.
How many fingers do you see?
Okay, so I'm going to want to buff this guy, kill that guy. I could bomb lobber this, and that would be fine, and then hero power to finish. I think I bomb lobber first, so I can buff the bomb lobber with Power of the Wild. And then if I miss, I can hit that, and if I hit, I can hero power that.
Special delivery.
Yeah, this looks fun.
Tadingo.
Welcome to the exhibit.
Oh, Priest also gets Museum Curator. Priest is a lot better in this brawl than 1 year ago, as it turns out. It's kind of especially fun for me to revisit this brawl, because for most of you, this is the first time you've seen it, although you may have watched the tournament from a while back. But before Brawl, there was Challengestone, a fan-made custom tournament where there were custom rules.
Do you have the artifact?
Well played.
the third and final deck I built way back in the day, and I thought this was my weaker deck, was the Mage Brawl deck, where I remembered that there were spells that were even, which were quite good, such as Frostbolt and Flame Cannon, and that Mana Worm was still legal. First of all, I'm just going to build the deck exactly as it was. That's a good start for a Tempo Mage right there. So I just had a value-focused Mage deck. I even slipped in a cute Mind Control Tech Hungry Dragon combo. Very cute. So that was the deck that I had built way back when. But now with new cards from the Grand Tournament. Fallen Hero, Spellslinger, Ronin. Oh, fun fact! I forgot to put Dr. Boom in this deck when I first built it, and now that I see this deck, it comes back to me and it reminds me. I also didn't put Sylvanas in. I think the Hungry Dragon Mind Control Tech ends up being the weak part. Alright, so looking at the Grand Tournament. Fallen Hero is good, Spellslinger should be good, Ronin might be good. Let's see, neutral card wise, nothing exceptional there. League of Explorers. Dun dun dun, dun 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 dun. Should I put Jeweled Scarab in this deck? Maybe not. So this looks decent. And then this was the deck that I did not have as much time refining as I had hoped, because I originally had forgotten to put in Sylvanas and Dr. Boom. Archmage I thought was too slow back then. It's a lot easier to be able to set up a brawl this way, because you can just scroll for all the legal cards. And of course, some of the commonly seen cards like Flamewaker just don't show up because they are not legal. How nice for those who can't do math. I think this deck looks fun. Seriously consider Blingtron because I have Water Elemental and Frostbolt. Oh, but you would normally have Snow Chugger, that's why. Sludge Belcher not bad either. That's a lot of 2-drops. Deck looks fine though. This is probably the weakest of the 3 decks I had.
Victory or death!
You asked for it.
Alright. Well, that's a hand.
Hello.
Yeah, Portal. I don't want to just have that die to this Fire Wind Axe. Whoa, can you build a Patron deck? Is that a thing that can happen?
Wanted, dead or alive.
No. Imagine if you were Servant of Yogg-Saron.
Let the pain.
Oh, that would actually be fairly bad, wouldn't it? Wait, what is stopping people from building a, now that I think about it? I think I need to use this just to make sure he doesn't draw that many cards.
Draw.
No Execute, no Whirlwind. Sure looks like he's trying though, well, from what I can tell. Taking a really slow approach to this game.
A fight. Count me in.
Oh. Well, that's a fireball. I played my card after his, so if I do this, his death rattle will go off first. Aha. No. Running out of steam here.
Some still
I got nothing. The cards aren't impactful enough to play any of them. Feels rough, man. Yeah, you win this one.
Well played. You win this.
Your soul shall be mine.
You asked for it.
I wonder why I didn't think of Patron when I built these decks way back when. Seems like a good idea, now that I think about it. I'll probably try to win one with Patron, and then win one with... I kind of want to win with Priest and with Paladin, too. A lot of good classes out there. Priest, Paladin, Warrior. We could try all of this. Oh, it would be bad at that time. Nobody built a Patron without Warsong Commander. That reminds me then. Yeah, that must have been why.
Someday I'll be just like you.
That makes sense.
What you want? Someday I'll be just like you.
But it turns out that Patron was still an okay deck after the Warsong Commander change. Nice, big miss there.
Pay attention, class.
That allows me to play this line, whereas normally I may not have been able to.
I see.
Instruction begins.
Do you think the Patron deck would have never been discovered? Ever been discovered if Warsong Commander never existed? Sure.
Nox Rash is all.
The light protects me.
Certainly could. Oh man, if I had Blizzard in my deck, that'd be a good card right now.
I have no time for games.
I shall do as you say. I shall do as you say.
It's a little bit of a tough choice. I'm allowing him to trade all three into the Sylvanas. That's a decent exchange for me. Oh, right. Can even do that. The boom. Been a while since I've seen a Dr. Boom. I haven't played Standard in a while, or Constructed. This deck is definitely one of the weaker ones. If I lose, I'm actually going to just not try to win with Mage. Not necessarily because this is weak, but because this particular build is weak. Fun fact in Challengestone. This was my weak deck.
The might of Gul'dan has
a year ago. I think if I had chosen Paladin instead, I would have won the final. But pretty lucky I made it to the semifinals anyways. Second place.
From the void I come.
I've got the beast in my
What? AGH? That's not supposed to be allowed in this format. Well...
wanted, dead or alive.
Well... Well...
Put this apple on your head.
Gonna be pretty tough to deal the remaining damage to this opponent.
Some
Well... I think I'm gonna want to cast Molten Giant.
Wanted, dead or alive.
Oh, this pile makes me hurt.
What you want?
For the crusade!
Put this apple on your head.
Finally, a second chance.
Pretty good result. Pretty bad result. Okay. Wow. Pretty bad result. I wonder if I have a Frostbolt in here. If I do, then that means... Oh, okay. I wonder if he would tap. If he taps, I win. So maybe I need to trick him into tapping by continuing to board control. I feel like that's the most likely chance of winning. I trick him. Since if I Fire Blast his face, it'd take a lot of turns, and I mean, I have to clear the board anyways, so I don't have enough time to win. Let's see, do I have any cards that'll win me the game? I think I took out the Blood Mage Thalnos in this deck. Pass. What?
Pay attention, class.
Probably Implosion, right? Nah.
The light protects me.
Glory to the Sindori.
I think I actually still just board control him from here, though. Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna feel so clever when he taps now. Yes! I played around that so well. Ooh. That's the card he was holding. Oh, I do have Thalnos.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Oh, time for my Ragnaros. That's not Rag.
Special delivery!
We were just limping to the end here. I think he might still have a Mal'Ganis in his deck, since he had Void Collar, right? Blah. No more fireballs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. You actually have to control this stuff.
Who dares summon me?
Okay.